Welcome to the Ultimate Sports Blog Podcast. Today is Saturday, September 1st, 2018. Today I'm going to recap last night's baseball games, look ahead to today's games. Then I'll talk about a couple waiver deadline moves. Then I'll discuss a big NFL trade that happened very early this morning. Do my NBA TV announcer rankings, and I'll go over yesterday's college football action. All right. I'm probably not going to do it in that order that I just listed, but let's get going with the baseball results. Some interesting ones from last night. The Yankees defeated the Tigers 7-5 as they improved to 85-50. Detroit drops to 54-81. Zach Britton improves to 2-0. Joe Jimenez drops to 4-4. David Robertson gets his fifth save of the season. The funny story of this game is that both managers were ejected for calls that were questionable. The Brewers defeated the Nationals 4-1 as they improved to 76-60. Washington drops to 67-68. Julius Chastain improves to 14-5. Tanner Roark drops to 8-14. Jared Jeffries gets his eighth save of the year. The Phillies defeated the Cubs 2-1 in 10 innings on a walk-off homer by Asdrubal Cabrera as they improved to 72-62. Chicago drops to 79-55. Pat Neshek improves to 2-1. Steve Chiswick drops to 4-2. The Indians defeated the Rays 3-0 as they improved to 77-57. Tampa Bay drops to 71-63. Corey Kluber improves to 17-7. Tyler Glasnow drops to 0-2. Brad Hand gets his seventh save of the year. The Blue Jays defeated the Marlins 6-5 as they improved to 61-73. The Marlins dropped to 58-82. Joe Bigiani improves to 3-7. Drew Steckenrider drops to 4-4. Ken Giles gets his 19th save of the year. The Pirates defeated the Braves 3-2 as they improved to 66-69. Atlanta drops to 74-60. Evenson Tyon improves to 11-9. Brad Brock drops to 1-2 as a Brave. Felipe Vasquez gets his 29th save of the year. The Twins defeated the Rangers 10-7 as they improved to 63-71. Texas drops to 58-77. Matt McGill improves to 3-2. Matt Moore drops to 3-7. The White Sox defeated the Red Sox 6-1 as they improved to 54-81. Boston drops to 93-43. Dylan Covey improves to 5-12. Nathan Eovaldi drops to 5-7. The Angels defeated the Astros 3-0 as they improved to 66-69. Houston drops to 82-53. Jaime Barria improves to 9-8. Valder Valdez drops to 2-1. Blaine Parker gets his 13th save of the year. The Royals defeated the Orioles 9-2 as they improved to 43-91. Baltimore drops to 40-95. Brad Keller improves to 7-5. Andrew Cashner drops to 4-13. The Cardinals defeated the Reds 12-5 as they improved to 76-59. Cincinnati drops to 57-78. Austin Gomber improves to 5-0. Homer Bailey drops to 1-13. The A's defeated the Mariners 7-5 as they improved to 81-55. Seattle drops to 75-60. Yusmeiro Petit improves to 6-3. Mike Leake drops to 8-9. Blake Trinan gets his 34th save of the year. The Dodgers defeated the Diamondbacks 3-2 as they improved to 73-62. Arizona drops to 74-61. Dylan Floro improves to 5-3. Zach Greinke drops to 13-9. Kenley Jansen gets his 33rd save of the year. The Padres defeated the Rockies 7-0 as they improved to 54-83. Colorado drops to 72-62. Brett Kennedy improves to 1-2. Antonio Sensala drops to 4-5. The Giants defeated the Mets 7-0 as they improved to 68-68. The Mets dropped to 59-75. Andrew Suarez improves to 6-9. Zach Wheeler drops to 9-7. Today's games: 4 o'clock, Fox Sports 1, Tigers Yankees. Daniel Norris against Masahiro Tanaka. I like the Yankees here at home to at least ensure themselves of a split in the series. Mets Giants. Steven Matz and Derek Holland. 7 o'clock, Brewers Nationals. Chase Anderson and Steven Strasburg. Cubs Phillies. Kyle Hendricks and Zach Eflin. Red Sox White Sox. Eduardo Rodriguez and Carlos Rodon. 7 o'clock, FS1. Rays, Indians. Blake Snell, Shane Bieber. Give me the Rays on the road. Pirates, Braves. Chris Archer and Kevin Gossman. Angels, Astros. Felix Pena and Josh James. Blue Jays, Marlins. Marco Estrada and Wei-Yin Chen. Orioles, Royals. Dylan Bundy and Heath Fillmyer. Reds, Cardinals. Luis Castillo and Daniel Ponce de Leon. Twins, Rangers. Jose Berrios and Yovani Gallardo. 8:40. Rockies, Padres, John Gray and Robbie Erlin. 9 o'clock, Mariners, A's. James Paxton and Daniel Mengden. Diamondbacks, Dodgers at 9 o'clock. Patrick Corbin and Clayton Kershaw. All right, I'm going to get to college football now just to get it out of the way. From last night. Not as many games yesterday than there were Thursday night. Syracuse defeated Western Michigan by a score of 55-42. Syracuse is 1-0. Western Michigan 0-1. Eric Dungy, 7 for 17, 184 yards, 2 touchdowns. John Winsick, 19 for 36, 379 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Eastern Michigan defeated Monmouth 51-17. Tyler Wiegers, 18 for 21, 238 yards, and 2 touchdown passes. Kenji Bahar, 25 for 42, 190 yards, and an interception. 11th ranked Michigan State survives 38-31 over Utah State. Spartans are 1-0. Utah State's 0-1. Brian Lewerke, 23 for 33, 287 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Jordan Love, 29 for 44, 319 yards, and 2 interceptions. Duke defeated Army 34-14. Daniel Jones, 13 for 17, 197 yards, and a touchdown pass. Kelvin Hopkins Jr., 10 for 21, 197 yards, and a touchdown pass. 4th-ranked Wisconsin defeated Western Kentucky 34-7. Alex Hornibrook, 17 for 29, 257 yards, and 2 touchdown passes. Drew Eccles, 15 for 26 and 167 yards. 13th-ranked Stanford defeated San Diego State 31-10. KJ Costello, 21 for 31, 332 yards, 4 touchdowns, and an interception. Christian Chapman, 10 for 15, 113 yards. Nevada absolutely destroyed Portland State 72-19. Ty Ganji, 16 for 26, 342 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Davis Alexander, 13 for 32, 224 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Colorado defeated Colorado State 45-13. Colorado's 1-0. Colorado State's 0-2. Steven Montez, 22 for 25, 338 yards, 4 touchdowns and a pick. KJ Carter-Samuels, 18 for 23, 176 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. I don't have to go over today's slate because I did yesterday and made all my picks. Baseball waiver pickups. You had late last night Josh Donaldson get traded to the Cleveland Indians for a player to be named later. Adeiny Hechavarria was moved to the New York Yankees. Ryan Madsen was moved to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Corey Guerin was moved to the Oakland Athletics. Drew Butera to the Colorado Rockies. Xavier Cedeno to the Milwaukee Brewers. So those were some good moves. I think the best move that was made yesterday, from a need standpoint, was Madsen to the Dodgers, and the one I think will have the biggest impact out of the ones that made yesterday, I'd say Josh Donaldson in Cleveland. He can come up, play third base. He can DH. You can pinch hit him. I know there will be juggling in that infield. You move Edwin Encarnacion to first base. You DH Donaldson, or you keep Edwin Encarnacion at DH. You keep Yonder Alonso at first base. Move Jason Kipnis to outfield. Move Jose Ramirez to second base. So there's going to be some juggling in the Indians infield with that move. Andrew McCutchen to the Yankees was a great move for the Yanks. One that I think they should have made a few weeks ago, but better late than never. He's a good veteran. He'll probably hit 6th or 7th in that lineup, unless he's like unconsciously hot. Then you have to hit him 3, 4, 5. But that's a great move for New York. Xavier Cedeno is a nice move for Milwaukee. Gives them another arm in their bullpen. Drew Butera is a backup catcher for the Rockies. Yadini Hechavarria could be a pinch runner, defensive replacement for the Yankees, because the Yankees are not a very good defensive team this year. Maybe you can put Hechavarria at third base to end games to replace Miguel Andujar. So that'd be interesting. A big NFL trade happened early this morning. Khalil Mack was sent from the Oakland Raiders to the Chicago Bears for 2 first-round picks. I love the move for the Bears. It makes their defense better. I'll do my NFL team predictions next week on how every team's going to do. But this surely knocks off a couple wins for the Raiders and adds some more wins for the Chicago Bears. I do not think the Raiders are a contender anymore with this trade of Mack. I don't think the Bears are a contender either because of their quarterback and whether he's going to mature or not. That's, to me, the big key there. It was the big key to the Rams last year, other than Aaron Donald in that defense and Todd Gurley in that running game and McVay. So got to keep an eye on the Bears. To me, it's all about Trubisky with the Bears. I think Mack's just a strong addition to that defense to make that their clear strength of that team. Now I wish I did the defense rankings later than I did, or else the Bears would be like top 5 and the Raiders would be probably 30s or maybe even last. Before I get to my NBA TV announcer rankings, breaking NBA news, the Lakers and Luol Deng are finalizing a contract buyout as part of a waive and stretch provision. That's not surprising. They're trying to clear cap space to try to sign Kawhi Leonard next summer, or whomever, whether that's Klay Thompson or somebody along those lines, maybe Kevin Durant. And so I wonder if the New York Knicks would do the same thing with Joakim Noah, who also has 2 years left on his hideous contract. But Deng and Noah have the 2 worst contracts in the league, and I don't think it's close. All right, last but not least, speaking of the NBA, I'm going to do the local TV announcer rankings. FYI, the Oklahoma City Thunder do not have a play-by-play man right now because Brian Davis was let go and they didn't sign anybody yet. Let's just get going with this. I have 31 on the list because a couple teams have multiple announcers. 31 is Chris Kroger of the Charlotte Hornets. 30 is Kevin Ray of the Phoenix Suns. 29 is Dave Benz of the Minnesota Timberwolves. 28 is Grant Napier of the Sacramento Kings. 27 is George Blaha of the Detroit Pistons. 26 is Craig Ackerman of the Houston Rockets. 25 is Kenny Albert of the New York Knicks. He subs for Mike Breen. 24 is Bob Rathbun of the Atlanta Hawks. 23 is Chris Denari of the Indiana Pacers. 22 is Chris Marlowe of the Denver Nuggets. 21 is Jim Paschke of the Milwaukee Bucks. 20 is Fred McClay of the Cleveland Cavaliers. 19 is Craig Polarjack of the Utah Jazz. 18 is Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies. 17 is Mark Zumoff of the Philadelphia 76ers. 16 is Neil Funk of the Chicago Bulls. 15 is Steve Buckhantz of the Washington Wizards. 14, Ralph Lauer, Los Angeles Clippers. 13, Bill Lamb of the San Antonio Spurs. 12 is Matt Delvin of the Toronto Raptors. 11 is Mark Followill of the Dallas Mavericks. 10, Bill McDonald of the Los Angeles Lakers. 9, Bill Worrell, Houston Rockets. 8, Bob Fitzgerald, Golden State Warriors. 7, Eric Reed, Miami Heat. 6, Kevin Calabro, Portland Trailblazers. 5, Ryan Rucco, Brooklyn Nets. He backs up Ian Eagle. 4, Joel Myers, New Orleans Pelicans. 3, Mike Gorman, Boston Celtics. 2, Ian Eagle, Brooklyn Nets. And number 1, this is way too obvious, Mike Breen, New York Knicks, the voice of the NBA on ABC and ESPN, the voice of the NBA Finals. But Breen does a great job calling Knicks games. He sometimes could be a little biased towards the Knicks, but he's very good, and he's just outstanding at what he does, and he's always enthusiastic for big moments and can never be disgruntled. He's just a great gentleman, too. I hope you guys have a great day, everybody, and I'll be back tomorrow recapping all the college football action, all the baseball action, and I'll be looking ahead to tomorrow's baseball action and go over any other news that happens in the world of sports. I hope you guys have a great day.